Qin and Chen Zheyuan share their first public kiss at ELLE Style Awards 2025. Fans lose it. The city shimmered beneath the evening lights, the air charged with that special kind of electricity that only comes once a year when the stars of China's entertainment world gather under one roof to celebrate beauty, art, and fame. The ELLE Style Awards 2025 were unfolding inside the legendary Grand Beijing Hall, and the red carpet outside was already ablaze with camera flashes, echoing the rhythm of 1,000 heartbeats. Inside the barricades, fans pressed their faces to velvet ropes, their phones raised, their voices trembling with hope and excitement. Rumors had been swirling for weeks that Qin and Chen Zheyuan, the screen duo who had captivated millions, might appear together for the first time. Some said it was fate. Others whispered it was love. And then she arrived. The black limousine slowed to a stop, its door opening like the curtain of a stage, revealing Qin in a gown of soft champagne gold that caught every glimmer of the spotlight. The silk moved as though the night itself were breathing through it. Her hair cascaded down in smooth waves, brushed with a touch of starlight. Her eyes, lined in silver, shimmered as if holding a secret. She turned slightly, poised yet tender, her smile calm but radiant. There was an unmistakable aura about her tonight, one that didn't come from fame or fashion, but from anticipation. Something unseen, something waiting. The hosts whispered among themselves. Photographers adjusted their lenses. Every eye followed her as she made her way up the carpet, her gown whispering softly against the velvet beneath her heels. Tall, confident, dressed in a black velvet suit with subtle silver accents that matched her gown perfectly, as though the stars themselves had conspired to coordinate them. His hair was slightly tousled, the kind of imperfection that makes beauty more human. When he stepped out, the screams were instant, a wave of sound that rolled across the street like thunder. For a long heartbeat, neither of them moved. The crowd seemed to vanish into silence, as if the world itself had turned down its volume to listen. The space between them glowed with invisible light. His hand touched hers, gentle, deliberate. Her fingers, slender and graceful, responded like music answering music. They turned slightly toward each other, the lights painting their silhouettes in gold. His hand brushed gently against hers, and the world seemed to forget how to breathe. In that one suspended moment, every flash, every voice, every whisper faded into a quiet golden hum. Then Chen Zheyuan leaned forward, not hurriedly, not hesitantly, but with a calm that only comes when two souls finally stop pretending. His eyes softened, searching hers, and Qin's smile melted into something real, something tender. Her lips parted in surprise, but there was no fear there, only truth. And under the rain of camera lights, in front of hundreds of stunned onlookers, he kissed her. The crowd erupted. Fans screamed, some laughed, others cried. The internet, even before the moment ended, was already exploding. Within minutes, the words Qin and Chen Zheyuan kiss began trending across every platform, climbing faster than anything that night. But on the red carpet, they didn't seem to notice. When they pulled apart, both were smiling, shy, genuine, almost fragile. Chen's hand lingered at her waist as though he couldn't quite let go yet. Qin, ever composed, turned slightly toward the photographers, but her eyes flicked back to him, glowing with something unguarded. The crowd's shouts grew louder. The hosts, nearly speechless, tried to keep the event flowing, but everyone knew the night had already changed. No designer dress, no award speech could rival that single, spontaneous moment of connection. As they continued up the red carpet together, the chemistry between them was undeniable. The way he occasionally brushed his fingers against her back to guide her, the way she turned her head to meet his gaze every few steps, smiling like the world had suddenly become a little more beautiful. They posed for the cameras, But their smiles were no longer the carefully curated ones that celebrities wear. They were real, luminous, and full of light. Every gesture carried the quiet electricity of something that had been waiting far too long to be revealed. The crowd, once chaotic, softened to admiration. Even the photographers, hardened by years of capturing stage glamour, seemed to lower their cameras for a second longer than usual, as if unwilling to disturb the spell. Inside the grand hall, chandeliers glittered like stars, and soft jazz echoed off the marble walls. But all eyes remained on them. Qin and Chen Zheyuan took their seats side by side, and though they didn't speak much, the air between them was alive. From the balcony above, their silhouettes looked like a painting, two figures sitting close, their shoulders almost touching, heads tilted toward one another just enough to suggest a quiet conversation. Around them, applause broke out as another celebrity took the stage. But the audience's attention kept drifting back to them, to the pair who had just turned a fashion event into a love story. Later that night, as the ceremony ended and the guests began to leave, they stepped outside again. The air was cool now, scented faintly with spring rain and perfume. The red carpet had lost its frenzy. It was quieter, softer, like the aftermath of a dream. Qin's hand brushed against his as they walked. Neither said much. The noise of cameras had dulled, replaced by the hum of the city beyond the gates. By morning, social media was a storm. Clips of the kiss replayed across every platform, slowed down, zoomed in, captioned with heart emojis and crying faces. Fans from all over the world poured their emotions into comment sections. It's not acting anymore, it's real love. I've waited years to see this. They didn't kiss like celebrities. They kissed like soulmates. The moment had become a digital legend, spreading faster than any official press release. Even those who weren't fans of either star found themselves captivated by the purity of it. It wasn't the kiss itself, it was the honesty behind it. Days later, they were spotted together again, this time, not on a red carpet, but walking quietly through an art gallery in Beijing. No stylists, no cameras, no pretenses. She wore a simple white coat, he a black sweater and cap. In a world where every glance is analyzed and every gesture turned into headlines, Qin and Chen Zheyuan reminded us of something simple yet eternal. That love, when true, doesn't wait for permission. It finds its moment, even on a red carpet, beneath the weight of flashlights and fame, and it dares to be seen. That night at the ELLE Style Awards 2025 wasn't just another celebrity headline. It was a modern fairy tale, written not by publicists, but by destiny. And for once, everyone, from the fans behind the barricades to the dreamers watching through their screens, believed in love again.